A washed-up boxer, a boy with a wish. In the Twilight Zone, belief can bend reality, but only if you hold on to it. This is the big tall wish. In a world weighed down by defeat and disappointment sometimes, all that's left is a wish. And for Bolie Jackson, a washed-up boxer with more scars than success, that wish may be his last shot at redemption. Bolie is past his prime. His fists once filled arenas with cheers, but now, they tremble under the weight of missed chances and too many hard hits. Yet tonight, he's got one last fight. One last chance to make something of himself. Before he goes, he stops by the apartment of his neighbor Frances and her son Henry, a bright-eyed boy with a heart full of hope and the kind of faith only children still believe in. Henry doesn't just hope Bolie wins, he makes a wish, not just any wish. The biggest, tallest wish there ever was. A wish so big it might just make magic real. Backstage before the fight, things spiral. Bolie, caught in a heated moment, slams his fist into the wall. His knuckles, injured. His shot, all but gone. But Bolie's got pride. And pride doesn't back down. He steps into the ring. The punches come hard, fast. One lands like a thunderclap. Bolie hits the canvas, the lights swim. The ref begins the count. 1, 2, 3. And then, everything changes. Suddenly Bolie isn't the one lying there, he's standing, victorious, his opponent, the one counted out. And Bolie, his hands are fine, no pain, no bruises, just cheers and confusion. He returns home, dazed and triumphant. He tells Henry the story, but something feels off. He doesn't remember getting up, doesn't know how he won, but Henry does. With childlike certainty, he explains the truth. His wish came true. But Bolie doesn't believe, he can't. He's been wishing his whole life, for dignity, for success, for something better. And all he has are scars to prove it. Henry pleads with him. You gotta believe, Bolie. That's the only way it works, but Bolie won't. Or maybe he just can't. And in that moment of disbelief, the world resets. Bolie is back in the ring, on the mat. The referee finishes his count. He lost. The wish, undone. Back in the real world, neither of them remembers the win. Not truly, just the echo of something that might have been. Something too fragile to hold on to. Henry, heartbroken, says he won't make any more wishes. There ain't no such thing as magic, he says. Bolie wants to agree, almost does. But then, he pauses. Or maybe there is magic. And maybe there's wishes too. I guess the trouble is there's not enough people around to believe. Bolie Jackson, a man broken by the world, rebuilt by belief. If only for a moment. And Henry Temple, a boy who believed in something bigger, something better, and made it real. For a second, their world was magical. But in the realm of wishes and wonder, belief is the key, and doubt the lock. The big tall wish isn't just about boxing or magic, it's about belief. Not just a child's faith in something bigger, but an adult's inability to hold on to that same faith after a lifetime of pain. What makes this episode stand out is its emotional vulnerability. Bolie Jackson is a man who's been chewed up by the world. He's proud, but he's tired. He's hopeful, but he's been burned too many times. His journey is one of quiet desperation, a man still standing, but barely. And then there's Henry, innocent, pure, and full of belief. He doesn't see Bolie as a washed-up fighter, he sees him as someone worth wishing for. In that contrast, between a boy who still believes in magic and a man who's forgotten how, lies the soul of the episode. When Bolie refuses to believe in the wish, the magic unravels. Not because the wish wasn't powerful enough, but because it couldn't survive without belief. That's what the Twilight Zone does so well. It uses the supernatural not just for shock, but to explore human truths. This episode is also incredibly forward-thinking for its time. Airing in 1960, it features a nearly all-black cast, a rarity in television then, and treats its characters with full humanity, dignity, and depth. It's not a race story, but its existence is quietly revolutionary. If you enjoyed this trip through the Twilight Zone, be sure to like, subscribe, and tap the bell so you don't miss the next strange story.